Hey guys, it's me Talia, and today I'll be creating the clean girl makeup look. This makeup that's been trending everywhere is so simple, natural, and very chic and perfect for those greasy hair, don't care kind of a day. So let's get started. So the first step is color correction, and I'm using the Insights Pro Concealer palette. Make sure to prep your skin before the makeup. I have already prepped my skin, so I'm jumping straight to color correction to neutralize my dark circles. I've been binge watching the K-drama Penthouse for the past few days, and my dark circles are literally touching my knees. If you don't have major dark circles, then you can totally skip this step. I'm using the Wet n Wild small concealer brush to spread the pigment around my eyes and also around the corner of my mouth to neutralize the color of smaller veins that are visible. But if you don't have them, then feel free to skip this step. Step 2 is concealing, and I'm using the concealer by NY Bay in the shade Caramel Pretzel. This formulation used to be a little lighter and more compatible with my complexion, but they seem to have changed the pigmentation a bit, but it's still a lot closer to my complexion than any other. So I'll just go about applying a very small amount of this concealer on the areas I previously color corrected, that's around my eyes and the corner of my mouth. And then I'll go about concealing smaller acne scars, blemishes, and pigmentations that I want to completely hide. For this look, you don't want to add a lot of product, but just enough to hide, all of those marks and blemishes and still be able to achieve a natural finish. Then I'll go about blending the concealer using a brush because it's much faster. If you don't have time and want to skip like a few steps, then try mixing the concealer with your BB cream and apply it. It will be much faster and it will also give you a good finish. I like using my finger just under my eyes to blend the concealer, as the warmth of my finger melts the concealer and blends it very well and seamlessly, but you can totally use your brush as well. Step 3 is foundation, and I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 332. Now if you feel like foundation is a lot, then alternatively you can use a CC cream as well, which will give you a good coverage and dewy finish. I have created a similar look using the Lacquer CC cream in my video, The Only Makeup Products You Need. I have linked it in the link cards above if you want to check that out. But in fair opinion, the kind of product you should use depends on the kind of coverage you need. If you're not looking for a lot of coverage and only aim at evening your skin tone, then a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream may be perfect for you. If you want a little bit of more coverage, then try using the CC cream. They are very good and give you a fair amount of coverage. If you feel like you need a little bit more than that, then you can try mixing a concealer with the CC cream. But if you need coverage, then a foundation is a great way to go. The one I'm using today gives medium coverage, and since it's very close to my skin tone, it will also give natural finish when you use it in small amounts. Step 4 is setting the base makeup, and I'm using the Banana Powder by Sugar Cosmetics. I'm not going to bake or anything for this look because I don't think baking looks natural, especially in person. It doesn't look natural at all. So instead, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of that good banana powder and dust it under my eyes and nose to brighten it up a little bit. I usually first set the areas that I applied concealer onto to prevent caking and creasing, and then I go about setting the rest of my face using the puff, as it's much faster and sets the makeup well. This is a very crucial step. If you want your makeup to last longer, then setting it well surely helps. One thing to keep in mind though is that you tap the puff on the skin rather than rubbing it on the face, because then it would just move the foundation and concealer away. So always tap your makeup products on the skin. Step 5 is contouring, and I'm using the mini bronzer by Sugar in the shade 02. I absolutely love contouring, but I don't like using cream contour. I feel like bronzer is much lighter and more natural. I usually apply the bronzer just under my jawbone to make it look more structured and sharp, and also under the prominence of my cheekbones. If you don't know where that is, just blow a whistle and you'll be able to find it. When contouring using a bronzer, always brush it towards the hairline so it looks natural and there is no distinction. Step 6 is eyeshadow, and I'm using my all-time favorite neutral palette by Swiss Beauty, and the shade of color I'm using is more of a peachish brown color. For this particular look, the eyeshadow especially will change based on your complexion. My complexion is neither too fair nor too tan, it's somewhere in between, and the color I'm using is something that complements my skin tone the best. My recommendation is that if you are a person with lighter, cooler skin tone, then go for a more lighter pink to peach shade. If you have similar skin tone as mine, then go for orangish peach to peachish brown shade. And if you are a person of color and more towards warmer skin tone, then go for brownish shades. On a general note, if you're confused on what needs to be chosen, then just aim at an eyeshadow that's a shade or two darker than your skin tone. Once after the primary color is applied, I usually apply a lighter eyeshadow on the bony prominence under my eyebrows to kind of highlight it, and then I'll just blend the two colors using a fluffy brush. Finally, you take a little bit of that shimmery eyeshadow and apply it on the inner corner of your eyes to highlight it. Also, don't forget to apply the primary eyeshadow on the lower lids. A lot of people actually forget to do this. It's completely game changing. It makes your eyes so much bigger. Once you have all these 3 steps done, your eyeshadow will look something like this. Alright, to step 7, which is eyeliner. I'm using the Maybelline Closer Bold Eyeliner. You can use a gel eyeliner as well. I feel more comfortable using liquid eyeliner. For this particular look, you want to keep the eyeliner as thin as possible so that it doesn't actually appear like you have lined your eyes. But what that thin line will actually do is that it will make your lash line look more defined and you won't look sleepy or sick. If you make a mistake here, just don't fret, just take a Q-tip and correct it. It's not a big deal, it's eyeliner. Once after you're done, this is how it's going to look. Very clean and natural. Step 8 is curling your lashes, and I'm using the Vega eyelash curler. Nothing to explain here, everything is self-explanatory, just curl your lashes. Step 9 is mascara, and I'm using the Magnetized Mascara by Faces Canada. You don't want to go too dramatic here. Remember, this is a clean look. I usually apply about 2 to 3 coats of the mascara on the upper lashes and just a single or maybe 2 at max on the lower lashes. Once you're done, this is how it will look. Okay, step 10 is blusher, and I'm using the Pro Blush and Highlight palette by Swiss Beauty. The words on the lid pretty much tell you just how much I've used this palette. I absolutely love it. And the color I'm using today is pinkish peach shade. Again, this totally depends on your complexion. Choose a color that's more natural on your complexion. Step 11 is highlighter, and I'm using the mini highlighter palette by Swiss Beauty. Now you can use your brush if you want to, but I personally like using my fingers to apply highlighter as I feel there is more control on where I want to place my highlighter. What I like to do is place the highlighter on the prominent bone just under my eyes and then slightly curve it up towards the tail of the eyebrows. This creates like an arc of highlighter that's very natural and flattering. I also place a bit of highlight on the prominence of my eyebrow bone and also on the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose. So when the light hits my face, it just looks really naturally glowy and dewy. Step 12 is lip tints, and I'm using the Waterfit Tint by Face Shop in the shade Cherry Red. This tint is highly pigmented, so I recommend using a brush to apply a very thin layer of the tint on the lips for more natural look. Looking back at this video, I can see just how alive I look after applying the tint. Step 13 is applying a lip lacquer. I don't actually have a lip lacquer, so I'm using a clear lip gloss that came with one of the liquid lipsticks by Sugar. It's in the shade Clear Gloss 00. Apply 1 or 2 coats of this and you'll just see what a difference it makes to the whole look. Lastly, just spray on some setting spray, and that's it, guys. That's the clean girl makeup look that enhances your natural beauty and honors your flaws. Isn't this makeup so clean and gorgeous? I'm absolutely obsessed with this look. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this look, and if you found this video to be helpful, then give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next week. Until then, ciao.